Okay, go. Hello and welcome back to Espresso with Saul. Got a treat for you today. I've got a little project here that Paul and I put together several years back. You could find these for sale for very inexpensive, and what they were called is the PPS pistol. And so when you would go to order one of these or buy one of these, knock myself in the head there, what you would find is you would have a short barrel. This extended flash suppressor would not be on it, or compensator, whatever you want to call it, would not be on it, and the folding stock would be tacked so it could not unlock. It was just basically set up like this and sold as a pistol. Well, Paul and I looked at this and thought, it might be kind of cool to get some of these and see how many of the crew wanted in on some of these and make them into something that was actually viable. Now, if you're going to do something like this, you have to do it smart. You cannot break any laws. It is very important to do this one way and the correct way only. And that is, the very first thing that we did whatsoever is we took this pistol, I say that in quotes, take this pistol and we added a compensator here slash flash hider to the end to it so that it actually had a little bit longer than a necessary length of barrel. I believe this is a scotch over 16 inches. And just long enough to make sure that we're legal and have turned this then into a rifle. Only after doing that could we then unlock the folding stocks on it and make them work. Then the other thing that we did, we tapped holes into the unlocking button back here and made it to where we actually have peep sights drilled into this for the front of the gun. Well, it went from being something that was kind of a novelty to something that's actually viable. Now, this Polish subgun, the PPS, this fires 7.62 by 25, and we have done tests with the 7.62 by 25 out of Makarov handguns, and I can tell you, out of a Makarov, this will penetrate soft body armor. This will go through Kevlar body armor. No problem at all. It can even punch through 2 layers of it. This is a hot load. What I should probably do is show you and compare the rounds of the 7.62 by 25 to some other common rounds. Give me just a second and I'll show them to you. Okay, what we have here is a 9mm round, followed up by a 357 Magnum round, followed up by a 44 Magnum round, and next to it, the 7.62 by 25 Tokarov round. Okay, so this here is essentially a semi-automatic carbine that shoots the 7.62 by 25 now. No longer a submachine gun, but at one point in its life it was a Polish submachine gun. I don't shoot this very often. This is a kind of a pot metal, probably not your highest quality, but I will tell you, I don't really remember having very many malfunctions with this. And I'm going to be burning up the last of my 60 or 80-year-old Eastern Bloc 7.62 by 25 ammo, and then transitioning to some of the newer stuff here. So, we're going to be using my cheaper ammo in this that we got. Super dirty stuff, really dirty. It's going to need a good cleaning when I'm all said and done. So let's take it over here, shoot it. and I'll show you how it works. Okay, let's see how the Polish subgun runs. All right. Interesting. Huh. You know, I said that this was reliable, but apparently, might not like this ammo. Interesting. Well, did I tell you that this thing runs really good? Okay, I wonder if it's this magazine or not. I'm going to switch magazines, see if that helps out the situation at all. Maybe it's the ammo? I don't know. Like I say, I don't shoot this thing a lot. For crying out loud. Are you kidding me? Okay. That's what it is. I think we had a round actually slid up into the receiver and might have been messing it up. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Well, that was certainly a little bit better. I think I'm going to have to mark that one magazine. It's either that or I need to try it again and see what the deal is. But second magazine seemed to work really good. Let's try this third one out, shall we? I got to tell you, front sight is not fantastic to look at. So, I'll tell you, it's actually easier to hit the targets that are farther away than the closer up ones. And I'll have to show you a close-up of this front sight. Let's see what we got here. Well, I think we have some targets to fix, that's for sure. Take a look at the front sights on this thing. Definitely not precision. You know, it is what it is. I think it's a viable backup. Do I enjoy shooting it? Honestly, it's not all that comfortable to shoot. But why wouldn't you have one in your safe? All right, let me know in the comments. Well, fortunately, I have more magazines for this thing. So if you do decide to run out and get one of these, believe it or not, they actually can be a viable backup to maybe your main battle rifle. Is it a precision tool? Definitely not. It's not a precision piece of equipment at all. And the magazines, you really need to test them out. I'm actually going to run that magazine through a few more paces and see if it was the ammo or that magazine. But that one now has a notch on it, and we're going to double check and triple check, and if nothing else, throw it away. So, Polish subgun, would you get one? Would you not? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you next time on Espresso with Salt. Let me show you this round. I think this may have been part of my problem. This ammo that I'm shooting doesn't appear to be of the highest quality, which is one reason why I was shooting it, although quite frankly, this wasn't the old stuff. This was a newer box, and I don't remember what it was that I crammed into this container. I don't know if it was S&B. I honestly don't. I don't want to defame anybody, so I don't remember who made this particular ammo, but I think part of the issue with that initial debacle of trying to get through it was maybe some QC on this. I was not shooting this Winchester ammo. Every time I've ever fired this stuff, it's quite good, so I have a trouble finding this. I don't typically shoot this up very often because, you know, it's hard to get. So if I find a couple more boxes, that means I can shoot a couple more boxes. I haven't been able to find any recently. All right.